Hey, chat. Let's play a little game. It's not more Pez. I'm just using this as a... Let's see, hold on. How do I do this? Ah, hell yeah. Text. Text title. Can we get this like black outline? Can I do that? Fixed? Oh. Oh no. Oh, there it is. I think it needs to be a little bigger. What do you think? Alright, hold on, we'll get there. Let's try like 72. It's supposed to have an outline, but oh, you gotta give it a... Ah, there we go. Now maybe bold it. Oh, hell yeah, there we go. I have no idea if there's a way to center this or not. Oh yeah, there is. It's right here. I'm not sure why it cut off. Oh, there we go. Okay, there. We made it bigger. Needs drop shadow. Hold on. Let's see what I can do. I can fuck up the kerning. How's that? Script. Oh, you can load it from... Okay. Styles. Oh, wait. Shit, really? Come on. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Distance. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all coming together. That might be a little too far out. Oh shit! Yeah, we there we go. GZ, whoever suggested that one, not Comic Sans. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sure we can get there. Font. Hold on, I have to highlight it first. Corbel Light. C-O-M. C-O-O. C-O-N. Comic Sans MS. There we go. How you feeling? Graphic design is my passion. Alright. So, let's play a little game here because I actually caught a very little of the middle of this day, but mostly I have no idea what happened. This is going to be the most confused talk show of all time where you, the listening audience, tell me what the hell occurred, unless like Zilliona wants to jump in the first boom server or something. So let's go to Implying Rigged and have a look here. Okay, so on our fucked up wheel of games, no, it's not my fault. It's a hat. Blinky will do it. Well, hop on in if you want, Blinky. What group did we fucking start with today?
You're gay.
Yeah, big gay Lamau. Alright, here we go. I'm doing the roundup. You can't stop me. We started with Biz V. As far as I know, like, Biz never... Did they score the same fucking way they did in the first game? Like a 5-minute dodo goal? And then they just sat there and nothing happened, right?
Pretty much, Biz started off pretty damn well and then just turned off. As soon as they scored that goal, like, nothing.
That was how their first game went, too, because it was like...
Yeah, no, unironically. And this time they didn't even try and get that lead back.
I mean, luckily for them, their opponent was V, and, I mean, at least 19 Sanic is scoring it all now. I'm given to believe that's an improvement over his classic form.
Also, I'm quiet for some reason.
Probably because I don't have Dick Sword. Every time I update Dick Sword... Okay.
So I mean, if you hit, it might be OBS, actually.
No. Number one, I'm the only dumb shit asshole who uses XSplit. Number two, I switched over to the experimental audio source thing that XSplit is trying out now, which has actually had a lot of benefits, but every time I update Discord, like the application, hold on, let me find where Crimson last said ping Mars. There we go. Every time I update Discord, I have to fucking re-add the source and then make it invisible so people can get the audio from it. There we go. Alright, so that should do it. Now you guys should be able to hear Blinky. Oh, and whoever else just joined.
Likely Zill, I think. Yep. There he is.
Okay, cool. Zillion, say
but yeah,
something.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Game 1, yeah, pretty much as I said, like, Biz scored pretty damn early. Like, they looked good on that attack, and then just did absolutely nothing, while V just sort of fiddled with its dick and then got a goal at some point.
Yeah.
Both these teams are bad.
A draw was all this game deserved, because holy shit, both of these teams are fucking awful.
Well, what happened to Group Bear? This was supposed to be the man-killer group, and instead it's like a D and 3 retards. And that's saying something, because D is not like ever, oh wow, D's crushing everybody. It's like, oh boy, D slurped a 1-0 game out and does this every time.
Turns out a lot of the 21 shit doesn't translate super well to 19.
Yeah, well, I knew that was the case with V. I kind of figured Biz wasn't going to come out this impotent, but here we are. The thing for Biz is they don't deserve this situation, but it's still just win and in for them. As long as as long as a really bad V doesn't shell the fuck out of D mysteriously somehow in their last game.
Yeah, like I was about to say it's not just Biz, like V are in the same boat, and fucking none of them deserve
V is in a worse boat because
they're in a worse boat, but still
V has to like shell the crap out of the current group leader and then hope that Biz wins, but no by much.
Right.
So
there is a plus. D does have a card on the medal. I guess if they want to put that on the bench and pull the shit they had back in Autumn 20 or whatever.
The classic Bob Sapp will sit half the game out.
Yeah, the classic put in sub in a player for a medal and have them get the fastest double yellow in existence.
Also, who just joined now?
Non-medal that was subbing the medal.
Oh, it's Kinsey.
Good job, Succubus.
Kinsey, are you here to defend D? Is that what's going on?
I mean, I can talk about like the whole match day, really.
Well, okay, just hang out with us then. We're in the very first group, but the point we were making in Biz V is neither of these teams deserve to be here, but both of them somehow are still mathematically alive and can go on, and it's not even that hard for Biz. It's just like, just win, Lamau. Well, I'll throw the next game in because we've basically covered it already. 88 minutes of fucking nothing.
This is vintage. This is a vintage D game, Kinsey. I hate you, but
were there even like attempts? Was this just trash to watch as well? Because it looks like it.
Messi flubbed there was a steal from Sue who passed it to Messi, who was 1v1 with the keeper that he just completely fucking whiffed on.
Oh, okay, so it's not.
There was like in the first 10 minutes, I think there was a giantess thrown goal, and that got saved.
So
like there were only about. There are really only like 4 good attacks.
Okay, so it mostly was abysmal to watch, and congratulations on terrible anti-football actually working.
I did get a chuckle out of this was in the D match thread, and someone posted the cup winner against WSG where Food Alternative chipped the WSG keeper. The first reply I see is, "So happened again."
Yeah.
Yeah. D got the chip also in the first game to start off scoring.
I will give D one. I will give D one thing. Like, of all the other, I'm gonna say like 4 to 6 top flight teams, the potential cup winners in my head, D is the only one playing this like I'm actually just going to dominate the back end. The defense is going to be really solid. Because I don't think any of the rest of them have that. Like all the rest of them are roughly track meet teams, and D actually wants to defend well. The offense is a little bit sometimes, but clearly it's done enough. They're on 6 points and through already.
They're the only team running like this particular shape of 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think like everyone else is a diamond.
Or 4-3-3s, pretty much.
Yeah, all 4-3s. And all the 4-3s are pretty much the same as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how it works out for them. It got them to what, top 4 in spring, or was it? Or were they at?
Yeah, top 4. Fourth.
Yeah. So damn.
Well,
disregarding
fourth,
why. Okay,
fourth
we'll get to the why that
Yeah,
baffles
yeah, we get to
Christendom
why.
in a bit. Don't worry. Oh Lord, but yeah.
But by the way, those D chips, pure RNG. None of the players have chip shot control.
No, I know it's all RNG at the end of the day. But we, we have a little bit of fun pretending that there's some influence we have on it. And anyway, I don't know. I'm not like
SB got like a really good chance near the end, but they choked it because Costanza was a fucking purple.
lol. Well, it sounded like their other really great chance was just Mizzy going Mizzy.
Yeah. There was that, and then at the very end they went +1, and
I mean,
the bowl, like Costanza raced through it and got outbeaten by a non-medal.
Every game, every team has to survive a couple of bullshits. There's always the magical kapow or the choke from 0 meters or whatever.
Yeah.
D did enough to put itself in the position where one funny late goal was enough to take a really quiet game and advance. So good for them. We'll see how they do when they match up. I guess they have another game to play technically.
I would like to say yes. Hand-holding will be benched.
Oh well, there you go. You heard it here first.
There you go. It's the one position. It's like the most superfluous medal on the team.
I can't wait for V to figure out how to disappoint us, the opposition down a medal. It's just kind of the cup it's been for them.
I mean, look, it's a silver CMF, like it's a silver CMF C10 formation that also has a non-medal C10 CMF. So it's it's the like throwaway medal.
Rasslin will be up in a bit, so stuffing his face, and I'm bootlegging, so don't worry, it'll be there. Okay, let's move on. Let's not bog down on that, because there's really not much to say.
Just a fun fact before we go on. When I was testing for this cup, I was thinking like, man, this medal is kind of useless. What if I did super sub?
Oh well, guess you'll find out.
The problem wasn't that this team plays bad without the medals. The problem was, what do I use a super sub for? What's the point?
Well, there you go. Sub him late. All right, I want to get on because, like I said, almost nothing happened there. And this group is 3 retards and D is only slightly above a retard, but good for them. It's enough, you know. All right, next group. Pastebin T is legit. I mean, question mark, because all they've played is an AN that then turned it around today, but also implying this XS autopilot.
Yeah, like they played the worst team in the group. It's that they weren't gonna lose.
Okay,
I'd argue the worst team in the cup at this point.
Let me scan around. Who else is on Spoonwatch?
I mean,
CK,
honestly,
CK
you can look at results all you want. Like visually, XS is the worst.
Yeah, like it's between XS and CK.
Oh,
do you two even have a pulse?
No, they I saw this one is the one that I saw a tiny little bit of, and it was like I think they had one build up the whole damn game while I'm sitting there getting ready for work, and then Burn My Patch chokes the shot like a million miles wide. This was just sad, and T did enough, and somehow they're not through still, but who checks notes? Who do they get in their final game?
They get WSG.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a moment. Meanwhile, AN does have a pulse again now. After
And
kind
with
of...
a fucking vengeance.
How much of this was AN doing well, and how much of this was WSG doing shit? Because I actually missed this game completely.
Honestly, WSG won. Like, they weren't terrible by any stretch. They just couldn't, like, AN just shut them down. Like, it was just more of, like, the dice roll favored AN this time, and their players were just better.
Yeah,
Like, WSG's not terrible, it's just AN was great today.
WSG has kind of been mid-card for a while. They were really... I believe they got really unconvincing after their first spring game, even, too. They kind of do enough to float along. Like you said, they don't have the look of, like, oh, this team has no pulse, like XS. They do enough, but, I'm not really convinced this can hang. And, oh, by the way, you've got the team leading the group on nothing but a good export and a paste bin for Game 3, so have fun.
And Perma +1.
Yeah, I did say a paste bin. They aren't completely no manager abuse, but I will miss the guy screaming in Pirate. I don't know what the deal was. I just know that he left me the paste bin on night one. It's like, I can't be around for this cup. Too busy.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yes, Pavel.
Yes, Pavel.
I should not deceive you.
We did it with
It has been
Comic,
like 8 years. We know.
Comic Sans and Drop Shadow. We couldn't get it any better if we tried.
And I'd like to point out that this information has once again scored a non-metal goal. Again from the fucking non-metal CMF running up.
Yeah, Anne has a propensity for that. That shark bear or whatever spot is actually lethally threatening for a non-metal, which is always fun to see. I will hijack the stream. Okay, so we're going pretty quick then. Can you give me like a 5-minute warning? We'll wrap up for you.
I mean, I can do that. Like, I'm counting down.
Okay, good. The piss droplets will hit the earth in 40 minutes. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna push this on pretty quick then, so we get done with it. And still a question mark. Still a very inconsistent team. However, they get to paste a really shitty XS autopilot for their third match and should be capable of doing that. Right?
It really is going to come down, does WSG have anything for T?
Yeah, that's the more interesting game in this group. Like, XS is just going to be the non-existent attack it is, and AN can probably knock in a couple. WSG, you got to figure something out. You need more than one Ricardo goal for game with an also suspect defense. You got to pick one or the other and really focus on that aspect.
It needs to be a 3-goal win.
Because they have to.
They have to.
Okay.
They have to beat the GD.
Or they can hope that XS somehow slurps AN to a 0-0 finish.
Yeah, true.
That would be funny. Or we
assuming AN wins, which you should assume.
Yeah. It's a safe assumption. So then WSG needs to
win.
One.
They'll need to win. Like, that'll be 666 if AN
They
wins.
need to win by 3.
Yeah, so it's got to be 3. Does it? Wait, hang on. They're pulling T down at the same time, so it would be 0-3.
Yeah,
1-2. Yeah, okay. It's 3 either way.
+2,
Correct.
2, +1. Yeah.
All right. So I'm not even gonna look at charts. I don't care that much. But yeah, basically, you gotta wake somebody else up on that offense. WSG. It sounds like you have to win by a lot, or you need a miracle out of this bad XS auto.
And AN, no matter what, goes through on a win, even a 1-goal win, because the TWSG switch point. Exactly where they go
is
to
exactly the same. So and just beat a bad autopilot, Lamau. You can do it. All right, moving on. Group H. Oh yeah, this is okay. I didn't see this one, but I did see people's reaction to it. Mew strikes first, and then for a solid 14-33, a solid. I don't know, 20, 30 in-game minutes almost, it looks like VM is just going to take the fuck over.
Oh, that game was hilarious. All right, so it's
Go ahead.
MU.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's MU, and then VM look unstoppable. They get a free kick, free goal for one of them, but still.
Okay, all right.
And then they stopped. And then Mew said, right, I'm gonna start now, motherfucker. And then they won.
Talentless
It was
hack. Talentless
Didn't
hack
Mew
gets a
just-
brace in 5.
Didn't Mew just like go +1 gig in the MAL?
Yeah.
And it actually worked.
I mean,
S17 is back.
cracks knuckles. +1 centering targets. Oh, anyway, no, but Talentless hack pulling it level before the half looks like already VM is like, oh, well, alright, shit, I guess this is one of those draw games. And then they're just invisible in the second half. Ride gets another one, Lennon finishes it off late, and it's kind of like, well, maybe this VM is not, you know... I don't think anybody thought they were a world beater after game 1, but at least, like, legit. And now you just got trounced by Mew.
Yeah, beating an M that kind of just shot itself in the foot time and time again by only a goal, sort of like think, maybe. And then they do this to Mew, which had the same thing happen against Bant. Like Mew are no better than M.
No.
And they just threw the game away to him. So yeah, this is good. This is a spicy group, and it actually does favor MU against VM, but not quite because they're not
This is
in the
the
same game.
group I go. There's no one here. I go. It's less who's the best, who's the least shit, because a lot of them are. A lot of these teams infuriate me right now, because holy shit, stop shooting yourself in the foot. Repeat, you have no foot left to shoot.
Hang on,
shooting your knee at this point.
You broke up. Which team are we screaming at?
All of this entire.
Yeah, I know, but you went for somebody. I forget. Doesn't matter. VM hilariously collapses a 3-1 lead at one point to 3-5 final loss, or 5-3 Mew win, if you want to put it that way. And then the next match. How do you follow this up? Well, we're going to do the same...
This was a close game till half with M-Band.
All right, let me look.
M-Band just goes completely pants on head retarded.
Well, it is like, Bant, so like that checks out.
But like this could have been a close game for the entire match, and then they just threw shit at the wall hoping something sticks.
So Leaf Girl scores first, then you get 2 out of Mazinger. Then another one on Gridman. So they're down 3-1 at one point. The blow it out your ass answers, and they're kind of... Alright, looks like they go to the half 3-2, right? Very reasonable scoreline.
Yep. They brought it back. Ish.
Now, they got one. It's something to build off of. Like, at least try to steal the draw, even if you're having a bad day, right? So... And then... M just looks like they spent the entire half Mew-style piling on the pain.
Half was when Bant started to tack on the really dumb instructions to where it's like, you are willingly handicapping yourself, stop.
Okay.
And that's kind of just where M took over.
Again, I think Crimson said this a bunch on First Booms previously. This is a very improved Bant, but that still comes with the caveat that it's Bant. Like, I'm glad they're starting to learn, but they're going to do some SDA thing. Can we even call it SDA things anymore? We'll get to that in a minute. They're going to do some idiot rookie manager panic things from time to time, and it'll be just lie back and find it funny. It was Banta.
It was Bant.
It's not even a rookie. This guy's been managing for 2 years at this point.
That's all right. My standards are different, Ziliana. I know people who took I know SDA who took 8 years to figure it out. Okay.
Look, SDA is a very special case that it took him 8 years to figure out how to plug second controller.
Plug in the other controller.
If it's plugging in the controller, it doesn't count.
All right. I need to stop you before you go down this hill too much. We're low on time. He's hardly the only one. We've got a lot of other managers who've been around for 5 years to middling success, and then nobody is as much of a genius at this as they think they are. But anyway.
This has just set up the extremely funny 3-3-3-3 group.
All right, I like that. That's fun. Anybody here has a chance. The draws are what M and
If MMU draws, then they have to just watch on to the other match and hope it's a draw.
hope it's a draw as well. Yeah, I got you. If
Moving on from everyone having a chance to no one having a chance.
yeah.
anymore.
Okay. let's-
Woo! We fucking love no one having a chance. Oh my god.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. Let me roll back up. It's hard to find this on the wiki. I got some play-by-play on the ladder game. Looks like CM just didn't exist. Can somebody confirm or deny?
Okay, so long story short, the first half for CM was pretty much a repeat. Okay, the entire game was just a repeat of whatever CM was doing, where they were anemic the entire game against Co. It's like Co CM 2.0. You're right.
I don't think CM was anemic against Co. They had that kind of weird
They didn't have many
3
shots.
goals. Yeah. I got it. They at least against Co. They got to be clinical. I'm guessing they had the same low shot count, and then just instead of everything going right, nothing went right.
They finished
9-3.
9 shots. Yeah, 9-3. So it was just
Oh,
kind of they got
Jesus.
shit.
Okay,
held.
never mind that. Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's a
finished
little-
on.
It went from 1-0 to 9-3 after like the second half. By the way.
So they got a momentum swing and decided inaccuracy was what they would be doing with it.
Indeed, yes.
Okay.
I mean, the main problem was that in the first half no one was passing, so you try to give them So the idea is to like add wing rotation and give the support range to like say, come on, fuckers,
Okay, all right,
pass
all right.
more.
Yeah. But anyway, CM is a known quantity. What I want to know is what the fuck did Y run, and why? Like, was it good or was
the
it
same
just,
thing? It
So-
was good.
I like it. It's
worked.
good.
Was it
It's
still
good,
like
man.
was it still a 5 at the back?
It's
Yep.
still a 5 at the back.
It was.
Yep, 2-5
It choked out. It choked out the
the
poachers.
This Y
It's
is Y is spicy and it's very interesting.
Defense wins championships, man. I hope they go far.
It's one of the few teams I will applaud because you're not just being creatively banked up like a good chunk of the teams are in this. You're actually doing something different.
They're neither creatively bankrupt or like out in 2 games, which is the sweet spot.
They were the opposite, actually.
Despite them being top of the group, I'm still not that confident in why going deep.
I want to mention
who
this
knows?
stat because I saw it. Yeah, there it is. I want to mention this stat because I saw it elsewhere. Of the teams that have promoted in 2 days now, before Grip Weekend, 4 of them are from Spring's top 8, and the last is Y. So, how is it, of all the elite teams, that Y is now the cream of the crop holding on in here?
Well, no
We've been over
one's
this.
had a
He
shot at
pretended
19
to
yet.
be retarded for
They passed it.
years.
They passed the torch when fucking Y beat you last week.
I know, shit. Alright.
You're right.
Okay. And then I got a little bit of play-by-play on this and a bad bandwidth phone where somebody was telling me what was going on. But, Co, nice hat trick. VR, I heard mostly got shut down, like they only got one off of a free kick, free goal.
This was
Yeah, the
honestly,
main
it was,
problem in that game.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
Who? Like,
Blinky.
everyone wants to talk.
Yeah,
Right,
let
it's
Blinky,
just-
Blinky go first.
It was just VR being VR. Like the
Yeah.
players just didn't want to listen to what was actually being instructed. It actually looked like they were like constantly on DL10.
Everybody
It
was
was really strange.
always up all the time.
That feels like a
Let's
thing
be
that
honest.
happens with Go. Everyone seems to be caught flat-footed on the true ball. That's not just a VR thing. I think.
Honestly, it came down to their attack too. Doom Guy and Kacho look like complete fucking garbage. I didn't even see them for 90% of the game. They didn't do anything. Expandong at least had an excuse, being the same thing as Costanza, not feeling it that game. But what is Doom Guy and Kacho's excuse? They've been dog shit for the last few matches.
Yeah, okay. I will
Dracula's
get.
having to carry the team. There's a problem.
Well, and the problem is that Dracula can't carry the team. He hadn't scored. Well, he scored once on a free kick, but like he could not get anything going across 2 games in open play, unlike Spring. So they're gonna kind of have to just. I would say
Kirby
figure it
coped
out,
well.
but they're just going to have to like come back in 3 months and try again. Babbies are much kinder to them.
VR is a Babby
that's
menace.
Meanwhile,
time.
like Co is episode fucking 4 so far of spring teams that were good are still good. Don't worry. I mean, like I personally love it, but there's really not much of a story there. They're like still legit. So
Yeah, and the only downside is this group is completely done.
yeah,
Like, sure, there's group topping, but nothing else really.
VR and CM want to avoid the spoon, of course.
here's the funny part with that. Why Co? The draw goes to Y.
Yep. It's the GD. They've won both their games by 2. Oh, haven't.
Yeah.
So,
It's not far off, all things considered, but yeah, Y is currently sitting atop this group and can take the seated position just by, holding Co to a draw. That game will be kind of interesting, though, because now for the first time you've got a couple of teams that you're like, these teams are pretty good, going at it head-to-head. No stakes.
I could see it.
No
I could
stakes.
see it because of the defenders. I mean,
Yeah.
Y's defense has been pretty good.
Yeah. But here comes, like, this notably pretty good already offense, and why if I have a suspicion on why at all, it's that their defense quite good. Their attack is a little bit like, does Astolfo feel like showing up today? Is Gerudo Link gonna decide, yeah, this is the one where I'm carrying? Because it's not gonna be Yaranaika as much as SDA always wishes he'd come up and do something.
That happens with the DMF, yes.
Auric guardsmen and such.
I mean, Yaranaika has scored this tournament.
he has. Although that was on a pre-kick, so...
Oh, that's an interesting thing from the chat. Do they bench Colette since it's a game with no stats and she's a silver?
I really think they should.
They should.
They're going to need Colette.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened when they played JP in spring. Being down a silver midfielder is not great, so I wouldn't even blame them if they did.
Yeah, we could have easily just stared at JP winning 2 babbies. Or winning the second, rather. But they were down the silver, and that's probably what cost them, so...
Yeah, so...
Well, that is a CMF, is it?
Yeah, AMF, I want to say. I should know this shit, but I don't.
Well, your wiki says you're running a 4-2-4. So.
Yeah, the wiki is still the fucking funny formation from like 2 elites ago or something.
Wiki also says that our
God,
is CMF,
you know
that's
what?
not true.
You know what? I'll fix that for Go, because nobody else is gonna do it.
Actually, I have the editor. I'll just check.
Yeah, but something like
Actually,
that.
you should know. So.
Yeah, I know. I said that, but I'm not paying attention. So. Anyway, all right. Blinky? What's the timer? How long do we got?
25.
Okay.
Okay,
so
that's enough time.
That group.
Locked up.
Locked up, but also like top of group and spoon race. Games might be fun. Could break out the giant skull for the spoon that don't get spooned. VRCM.
VR is also on Spoon Watch at -4. Yeah, the 13 with -4.
Oh Lord, yep, over there with. Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go.
And CM could very well just activate.
I don't care what order these fucking groups play in. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going from A. What are our thoughts on potential S4S JP tomorrow, now that match is actually being played and not just my eyes are being drawn to it for no reason?
JP.
No, S4S are going to win 3-0.
Why?
Because I want the total heat death of the 7-1 game 2, like FA.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say what Tech just did. This JP does look world beating.
No, keep saying that because we said the same thing about FA in summer 20.
Fuck you, I will. This JP is really goddamn good and might be the complete package team. They had to lay an egg to get drawn by somebody bad.
It also helped that that particular FA was acting rather arrogant, and that invites the wrath of Pez.
Yeah.
This JP doesn't seem like that too much, unless they do something. The
7-1 is maybe a little harder than they should have pantsed in, but this is a team that's going to 3-1 about anybody in the fucking cup.
Yes. Okay.
And I think they're going to do that to S4S tomorrow pretty easily.
S4S lost 2-0, but they could have easily also won that game 7-1.
Yeah, well, Okay.
Nah, they really should have.
S4S laid an egg against Int because that was what we were doing for the first couple of matches, but I think their look against VST is more like what S4S is. Solid mid-card, can beat teams that aren't great right now by a goal, is not going to be able to handle this fucking monster of a JP.
Alright, keep saying it.
All right.
I will, Blinky. I love eating.
But,
only a fool takes my words literally, like, at face value. I was wrong 4 for 4 last summer on the top 8, so that's funny. Or last winter.
Actually, fucking, like, spring's top 8, I was, like, perfect run. Like, perfect round of 16, and then it all fell apart. Like, final day.
Alright, anyway.
But,
I have
also, the one thing I did want to quickly say, if JP loses tomorrow, congratulations on your cup win, Int.
Anyway. So I have a hard opinion on that game. The next one, not so much.
This one's fun.
Yeah.
If BST doesn't need to win by much to get themselves through because they have JP's help.
Pretty much. I feel like you
But
can
they could
already
just lose.
Yeah.
And Int already have 3 points. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this Int is toothless. I think they got very lucky against S4S to have a W. I think they got a little unlucky to get pantsed that hard by JP, even though I didn't see them winning. VST's down. I think it can swing their way into this match. Wouldn't shock me if it ends a draw too.
I don't think this VST is the worst team in the group. Probably not by much, but I think.
Yeah,
Int's
no,
gonna
it's
win it.
it's like JP power gap, and then everyone else is really kind of equal. I don't have a clear favorite between the other threes. VST, I think you might be right. They might be the weakest, but it's by such a little deviation that any given Sunday would let them win their other games. And hell, they already took the point from JP. Like, how? Oh man, come on.
Yeah, but then they threw it away to a S4S that got egged. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to say when things like that happen.
I don't know. That game feels like that game feels like draw bait to me.
VSG is a weird one. I feel like they've gone 1 point off of 2 very even games. It's very hard to say where they'll go from here.
Yep. So I don't mind having that one actually be the way that group grips, because I mean, if S4S wins, yes, hail Satan, bring on the chaos. That group's going to be an Infinity Way race, but if the predictable happens and JP just kind of handles them, and that last game's a lot of fun for gripping it out. Group B, what do we got here? PWK. Oh boy, does PW cheat their
I hope you are ready for the modern revival of Take Diz.
I'll let the memes happen tomorrow. I don't have time to do anything but actually talk about their performance. PW should be dead, but like their predecessor ASP, kind of has a way of escaping on the final game in situations they have no right to.
And do you want else as well? PW is the only current elite team.
Risk. So can they make the
Oh, they
great
could
escape?
die. They will need it. They have to win, and then they're gonna need help. So that's the worrying part. They need to worry about 2 games than 1.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm not high on this K.
I'm not high on this PW. I'm not.
I'm not high on anybody in this group.
Actually, I was gonna say, and all 4 of them are about the same. They're really close.
The thing that buoys PW a little bit for me is they figured out how to shut VRPG the fuck down. They deserve to win that game. Eyeball test said, just haha, how can you kill a corner? They bring that energy into K. They can get the W. I believe they can do it mostly because this K's kind of been a little.
Honestly, they've been good. It's just that the GD game was literally K's half, GD's half.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the problem is, K has played exactly 1/2 of football in 2 games where they looked in charge.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So, and here's a team that actually sort of does look like its management can figure out how to defend you, so good luck. I don't know. I'm thinking PW just a little bit because they just have that bullshit energy on their final game. They always have.
Again, even if it's PW, they gotta wait for the result of the next one.
Okay, so what happens there? GD. Oh wow, this is the. Oh
Yeah,
right,
they could
this
just
is
draw.
this
They
is
could
the
draw.
gentleman's
Yeah.
agreement. Is that safe though? Do you ever trust Pez to do that? I think you come in trying
No.
to win.
Unless you do like some sort of GDC bullshit from back in when was it?
Oh, yeah.
GD in Winter 17. Take this.
I don't think they have the Pez slider control to make everybody stay home and one. I mean, I guess both teams could go like 5-4 fucking 1 or something, but there's still that risk.
-2.
Yeah. Do you even stop them at that point as the rigger? Like,
You can't, really.
you can't, like, they're not doing anything illegal. It makes total sense that if both teams are going for a draw, not to force them to
I think
change anything.
Wasn't the ruling on the original take this like it was within the bounty should have just won their other games or something
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's always what you have to say too. Is like, hey, you want to not be in this situation? Maybe fucking win your other matches against these teams.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do this, mostly because I don't think VRPG like legitimately knows how to change their export. But
Yeah.
I think GD would, but I'm not sure about VRPG.
GD
Yeah.
will show up with
yeah,
a bag of
G-
to bribe
G-
them, and VRPG will be completely clueless as to what's this for.
Yeah, pretty much. GD's gonna keep that in their back pocket, like daring or not daring, but like hoping VRPG will do the same, and VRPG just will show up with an unedited preset 1 and a manager that's basically acting as a living paste bin and somehow win 1-0.
GD's gonna show up with like their secret P3, which is a 5-4-1 with Vaporwave, non-metal as their
yeah.
sole striker.
Yeah, see that this is goal celebration 1, correct? Go -2 and concede a singular goal and get relegated. See, that's why I don't think they'll do it. I don't think you can take that risk. At any rate, it'll be interesting. It'll be complete horseshit if PW does escape, but I totally
Wait,
believe they
hold on,
could.
hold
I don't
on.
really rate K.
Hold on, just a second. If GD and VRPG do just play for a draw, it does mean it's a playoff.
Yeah. That's
All
like,
right.
yeah, that's like
I'm
very
I'm
playoff.
prepared for the Omega days. Let's fucking go. Anyway, we don't have a lot of time left. Let's move on. VP TV.
VP has a lot to work on.
VP's
but
not good. It's
yeah,
not the best
that's it. I think VP overperformed so far.
Yes.
Only
Okay,
They're up
here,
against TV.
let me get this out. TV strikes me as M in the good years, a world-beating offense that is going to go to a track meet with you, and a kind of slightly suspect defense, but they'll probably out-goal VP pretty easily.
However, are they going to give a shit about this game?
That's
Because
also
they are guaranteed
I mean,
already.
I don't think they like. Let's say TV doesn't submit anything, doesn't do anything, rolls up with unedited preset 1. I think they can still handle this VP. It's not very good.
I only
Yeah,
have
like-
one wish for this game. Get another yellow card, Harris.
Yeah, I know. The management has made that clear. That's what they want to. But
The question here is, can the goals swing enough in A's favor? How much is it could TV possibly run?
all right,
into
hold
VP?
on. If
That's
TV,
possibility.
let's call it. Let's stay in the realm of sensible and say that TV handles an inferior team to the tune of like 3-1.
Maybe like 2-1, just because they kind of don't care.
Yeah.
But they'll still come out with the win.
Somebody in the chat saying VP easy win. What cup have you been watching?
Autumn 21.
They barely.
They're an A fan. Okay, they're an A fan. They're doom posting.
Yeah, I know.
why I don't go away.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that makes sense. They barely could hang with a fucking A that just embarrassed itself, and they beat the worst team in the group. So
Yeah.
I think
So-
the only thing that's interesting there is that TV only, and I go only, beat CK by the same amount they did. So 2-1. Okay, yeah, I'd believe that. TV's going to do what the top 8 from spring have been doing and like handle an inferior opponent by enough. That's
Okay,
my
so
take.
we'll say VP loses 2-1, so they're
Yeah.
4 points, 0 goals.
Yeah, 4 points
Zero,
plus 180. So
Plus one, alright, so-
A subsequently, it's in their hands to have to win by like 3, I think.
That is
They-
so they'll have to win by 3.
It's a 4-goal swing between the 2 games if the perfect result
win by
happens.
Yeah, they
win
need to
by
win by 3
3
and then they
and
go ahead on
probably-
goals 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, A gets to play group shitter and spoon candidate CK, so won't that be fun?
Yeah, but A aren't dead yet, so they won't show up.
Oh, okay, fair
You
enough.
remember the VGMLP game where there was back-to-back own goals? This is
Yes.
a match I could see that legitimately happening.
Oh,
in,
no.
Just given both teams' reputations.
Yeah,
Okay, so CK so far has sort of just been bad and not unlucky.
no CK.
This is the game,
This CK is a little sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now this is the game where CK becomes unlucky.
Oh yeah. Oh, unlucky. So you
Dead
think they
team
get
magic
pantsed?
is the thing.
This is a time where CK play well when they're dead, but unlucky anyway.
I have seen CK play terribly when they're dead as well.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't
It's
know.
hard to say. I'll say A will win, but not by enough.
Not by enough. I can buy that.
Mostly because A and CK have played 8 times. So, and I don't know, for the last sort of 3 or 4 times, it's been rotating. A wins, then CK wins, then CK wins, then A wins.
Oh, so
It's like that.
whose turn
CK
is it?
has won the last match, so
Oh, it's A.
It's
So
quite- I don't
it's
know.
A's turn, but they'll do it like by a 1-0 and die anyway, and be like 17th
yeah, just like
place or some
fucking
shit.
Winter 18.
Nah,
Eat
fun.
my actual ass, Boris. Your Pez sucks.
Maybe handle your other 2 teams. Lol, dab. Anyway.
You caused the own goal that sent A back to the
Sure, me. All right.
It was you.
Group D, TRV's already through. H is already dead. C and Psy are playing. It is a draw for Psy.
It
This
depends
ain't just going to
on...
get murdered because TRV, unlike the other ones, the teams that are through, this thing is basically an autopilot and all but name. They're not really touching
Yeah,
much.
okay, but also, yeah, thank you for the 10-minute warning. TRV is up there. TRV is like the fucking 4 or so teams that I'm already in. It's over, give them the cup mode. They're that good. They can roll up with preset 1 and still pace this sad age.
Can H spoon?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mathematically, they can. I don't think they're going to. They're going to do what they have been doing and, like, lose a game where it doesn't look like they deserve to lose by only 1 goal, and you're going to go, damn, this H could have beaten a lot of other groups, but they got this one where they lost every game by 1 goal somehow.
I can see that happening as well, yeah. But it is TRV, so I might add 1 more goal to it, so they'll end on -4.
Yeah, alright, anyway.
TRV is good.
You know what?
This
You know,
TRV
I
is
think-
really good.
You know what? I think H gets away with a draw this game. They haven't looked bad for a 0-point team. They've sort of just been unlucky to be dead on 2 pretty even games.
They are, in fact, the best looking 0-point team, yeah.
I
Okay,
think
next
they
game.
surprise
Next
us
game. Let's
and
go, let's go.
probably draw a draw. Okay.
But real game. See Psy, is it
This will be
nearly
a draw.
C? Oh,
This
well,
is going to be a
okay,
draw.
alright.
This is going to be a draw. 1-1,
Nearly
let's go.
C.
And it will be merely C. Thigh is going through.
I'm gonna even go so far as to say Psy outright wins. Not by a lot. Like a 2-1.
No, it'd be... Yeah, it's going to be like a 1-goal win.
Yeah.
Or a draw.
But the Psy... I don't know. Not terribly convincing, but also, like, your opponent was TRV so far, so I'm not expecting miracles here. And they did what they needed to do and beat H with only 1 player, so why wouldn't they be able to handle probably the... Well, I'm hesitant to call C the weakest team in the group when they're beating H, but also...
They're like only just the 3rd best team in this group.
Yeah,
and then, like, Psy is
only
only
just.
just the 2nd best
Yeah,
team.
how does it
It's like
feel that way?
TRV. It's like TRV and the like 3 middling to decent teams.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
the
good,
thing.
that's a good description. It doesn't feel like a weak group. It's just that TRV is power gapping the rest of them so hard. You're like, well, damn.
Pretty
You know.
much.
Well, we'll see what I caution always these 4 or so world beater teams. Watch out who you run into in the knockouts. But congrats so far. Anyway, congrats to your winners today. I'll be back to stream some shit tomorrow for you. And so's about to do wrestling. So We have pardoned the autism for the first time in like 6 years or some shit.
It was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
I was going to say, wasn't the last time like for the end of summer 15?
It was.
Like 8 years.
No,
ago.
autumn 15. Autumn 15, actually.
Okay.
Autumn 15.
Well,
All right.
Pardon our autism. Wrestling up next, and hey everybody, ping Mars.
Lamau.
All right.
Lamau.
See y'all later.
All right, we're
Later,
out.
everyone.
Later.